Hello viewers and welcome to your Wednesday edition of Erongo Talk. My name is Leandria Mowat and today we join you here from a very sunny Wolfish Bay, specifically the Lagoon Park. Now usually when the sun is out about this time we can expect some windy conditions later today, especially if you are by now, you know. Now of course in today's show we bring you the latest news and of course we tell you what to expect in today's print edition of Erongo, which you can find inside the Republikein, the Namibian Sun and the Algemeine Zeitung. And then for our interview segment, we're very excited about this interview because Erongo Governor Nathalia Goagoses shares her remarkable journey from a small village in Uys to leading one of Namibia's most dynamic regions. Now, as a former teacher with a master's degree in education and who's now pursuing a doctorate, she reflects on the values of discipline, hard work, and self-belief that shaped her path from the classroom to the governor's office. Now you've got to stay tuned as we bring you all of this right here on Erongo Talk. Now kicking off this week's news highlights, to mark World Mental Health Day, Jonathan Harris officially launched the My Mind Matters Foundation at the MTC Dome. Now rooted in three key pillars, which is education, social impact and social initiative, the foundation aims to address mental and emotional health challenges across all generations, from children to senior citizens.
So I bring to you the My Mind Matters Foundation, a foundation rooted in three pillars: education, social impact, as well as social initiative. Now what does that mean? For the past 2 years, the My Mind Matters Foundation in the Namibian landscape have looked at what is going on with our teens, our kids, our young adults, our senior citizens, and this in the aspect of mental and emotional health. I've gone to countless old age homes where old people are sitting there and they are struggling to understand how it is to become old. And at the same time, you go to schools and you're looking at young children, whether it be primary or high school, and they are struggling to understand what it means, how to grow up. Then where are we lacking as a Namibian nation, as parents, as cousins, as family members, as community leaders? Where are we lacking? The point where we are lacking is we do not have enough resources or tools at hand to support a Namibian boy child or girl child in what upbringing is supposed to be. It is supposed to be a moment where kindness, empathy, sympathy, inclusivity, as well as collaboration and communication are shared between and amongst people. We look at individuals, which I'm going to bring forth to you now, and these individuals have quite diverse background.
The Cancer Association of Namibia, led by regional head Erongo, Sanette Val, joined golfers at the Wolfish Bay Golf Club for a special Golf Pink Day in support of people living with cancer.
Good morning, my name is Sanette Val. I'm the regional lead for the Cancer Association based in Swakopmund. So we are here today at the Wolfish Bay Golf Club, where the golf club and some of its members decided to host this golf day in support of people living with breast cancer. October is Breast Cancer Month. We try to raise funds to help breast cancer patients. But it's not only a woman's disease. It's a pink day, a pink month, but it's also for men with breast cancer. We do find them in Namibia. And just so today is just for in support of everybody living with cancer. We would like to encourage everybody to go and get tested, get screened as regular as possible, ladies at least once a year. And if you see changes in your body, just go and see what it's all about, so we can get you to treatment faster if anything is wrong. So the main thing about cancer is to screen regularly and to get people to treatment earlier if they need that.
Now the Erongo Business and Tourism Expo is just around the corner and you'll get to meet your favorite team, which is us, of course. Now you've got to save the dates. That's the 28th of October until the 1st of November at the Wolfish Bay Civic Centre. And of course, like I said, Erongo Talk is going to be there. We've got something up the sleeve, so you've got to stay tuned to our various social media and print channels. Now, to kick off the excitement, the expo will be driving in style that is proudly sponsored by Ours Motor. Now, we were there for the vehicle handover, and we also caught up with Navad Toysman from Ours Motors to hear why they decided to sponsor the wheels for the Erongo Business and Tourism Expo this year.
Hi Erongo family, we are so excited to announce that Ours Motors is having the Erongo Expo driving style this year. So excited to see you guys there. It will be from the 28th of October up until the 1st of November.
So with this partnership, I would just like to thank Dale for partnering with Erongo Expo. I see big things for us going forward. And yes, we can't wait to drive in style with your vehicle.
Thank you, Desiree. Yeah, I will just join in there. We are also very proud to be to be part of the Erongo Expo. It's a big business and tourism expo for the Erongo region. Ours Motors is very proud. We have our new Subaru portfolio, which we will bring part to this special event, which will be the whole October, or at least the last week of October. And we will drive them until the end of this so that we can put out this phenomenal brand out there and everybody can see this. Thank you very much.
Navad, hierdie jaar doen Ours Motors dinge 'n bietjie anderster.
Ja.
Hierdie jaar gee julle nou 'n kar vir die Erongo Business and Tourism Expo. Vertel net vir ons so 'n bietjie die gedagte daagter.
Dankie vir die geleentheid. Ja, so hierdie jaar ons doen al die Tourism Expo, Erongo Tourism Expo vir meer as 15 jaar en hierdie jaar wil ons dit anders doen as om ons wiele deel te hê van die Erongo Tourism Expo.
Sê vir my, vertel my so 'n bietjie van hierdie kar hier agter. Ek verstaan dit is 'n verskriklike fancy kar.
Alright, so as hier agter my dis die Subaru Forester. Dis die 2 liter en dit is een van ons nuutste editions, sal ek dit so noem, wat ons op ons vloer het. Ja.
Nou sê vir my, jy het nou reeds gesê julle is al 15 jaar deel van hierdie expo. Vertel vir ons, wat kan ons verwag hierdie jaar by die expo van Ours Motors af?
Beautiful. So wat ons daar gaan hê is ons gaan die Isuzu, variant gaan ons daar hê. Ons gaan natuurlik die Suzuki en dan soos die een agter my Subaru gaan ons daar by die Erongo Tourism Expo hê.
Natuurlik gaan die mense seker vir jou ook daar sien.
Ja, definitief sal hulle vir my dan daar ook sien, ja.
'n Boodskap aan die gemeenskap, wat wil jy graag vir hulle sê?
Ek wil dit so noem, come one, come all. Daar's altyd 'n surprise by Ours Motors.
Now, in today's print edition of Erongo, which you can find inside the Republikein, the Namibian Sun, as well as the Algemeine Zeitung, on our front page, we feature our very own Iron Lady Governor Nathalia, who is also headlining our show today. Now, we also cover Arbor Day as celebrations in Swakopmund. We highlight local businesswoman and philanthropist Charlene Hartung, who is contesting for a seat on the Swakopmund Town Council in the upcoming local and regional authority elections. And we also report on Happy Land Safe Haven, which received a 300,000 Namibian dollar boost from the Capricorn Foundation. Plus, please meet Matthias Kutsie, who is the creative mind behind Cardboard Collective, who's on a mission on uniting the community by using one board game at a time. Now, on our back page, we've got some feel-good stories featuring the Seagulls Chamber Choir, who recently won 2 silver medals, and a local musician who made his debut on a South African stage. Now, you must grab your copy of the Erongo, like I said, which you can find inside the Republikein, the Namibian Sun, as well as the Algemeine Zeitung, or simply head on over to our website. That is at www.erongo.com.na. Now, she is known across the Erongo region as Oma, a mother figure, a mentor, and a voice of authority. But our governor, Nathalia, says that the same care and compassion can turn fierce when public servants neglect their duties.
Governor, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We're going to have a chat now.
Thank you very much. I'm ready to.
People are going to get to know you.
Yeah.
Governor, looking back at your journey from a small village schoolgirl to governor of Erongo, what are the moments that shaped your path most strongly?
But it will take me the whole day to tell who and how I happened to be during my youth years. Probably it's they set up because I am the only girl child born together with the four siblings who are all boys.
Yeah.
And they are all older than me. But the upbringing was such that there were no stereotypes. I was just treated like these boys from my tender age. I was doing whatever these boys were doing. We were fetching wood. I was driving my father's trucks already at the tender age of 13. So I was really brought up to be a strong human being.
This is in Uys.
That is in Okombahe.
Okombahe.
And we also had a nomad moving life.
Yes.
My parents, my father was working for the law enforcement and he was moving from Okombahe. We happened to end up in Ocho of this Republic of Namibia, which is where I came to when my parents retired from Okakarara world. When they retired, they came and settled in Uis. That's where I did my high school years. And there, as I said, from my upbringing, I never settled for less. I never see a boy childhood be. I saw myself to be one of the strong human beings.
Yeah.
At school level, I was competing. I was never second to any. I was a hardworking young person, performing very good at my school levels from my primary school level. There was a time, I think standard 3 and 4. I did those two classes in 1 year.
Wow.
So I was very much motivated already from that time. So throughout my high school career, I was really that young person who was focused, who wanted to be top in my school years. So I did my matric in Uis, in that village, Uis, here in Erongo region. By then, Tamaraland, matric were flying colors, distinction. So that is what has motivated me to always be top. I didn't settle really from my, as I said, upbringing for less. I wanted to be a leader. I wanted to.
If I may ask, you married, got children, grandchildren?
Yes, I do.
How long have you been married now?
I do. Yes. My upbringing, I must admit, I was a very strong girl, and I must say I was also very smart. But at one stage, my smartness also brought me down to knees. I wanted to experiment life. And there was a time that my parents were a little bit strict on me at my tender age, And this I want to encourage when I say this. During my tender age in my school here, uh, I did a terrible mistake in my life. I got pregnant in my standard 8 year whilst I was in school. I was a very young person. But I never, even that did not even stop me from achieving what I wanted to achieve. So I got a child whilst I was in school, whilst I was myself a child. But I was given the opportunity back because I insisted to my parents that I myself is a child. I don't even know how to raise this child. So you take this child. I was punished for that, but I was sent back because I went back to school. So that is one thing that in life, when you have got some setbacks or things like getting pregnant whilst on the journey to achieve what you want, that should not even stop you from going back to school and complete your school. So that is one setback. So my life was also not that smooth. So coming back to your, yes, I got married in the year 1987. So I have five children, one girl and four boys. So, and many, many grandchildren, because all these children has made me a grandmother. But it's interesting because they are all grown up, so I stay with the grandchildren. Unfortunately, I have lost my husband by COVID in 2022. So I'm now a single mother raising these big men and their grandchildren. So yeah, so that is my life. But with my children, giving birth to the children, I was still balancing my professional life with my family life. So I really handle my life very well. One thing also as a child, I was experimenting I was a naughty, I was a very active child, but I've realized in life, if you want to achieve uh, um, what many successful people have achieved, you must come to realize at one point that social evils, wrong things, will never take you to your destination. So I dislike, I tried all these social evils like alcohol use. I never tried alcohol. I never tried drugs and so on. But as a child, I had to experiment this alcohol and things. But I've realized very, very soon before I got married. That's why this man from Windhoek came to take this village girl, because I have realized that I must be a decent human being, woman, fro. Yeah, yeah. So this man from Vintu came and realized that this village girl is come to be my wife, because I am not this decent girl. I've got my own apartment in Okombahe as a young teacher, and so on and so forth. So anything that would have badly affected my life already at a very young age, I've realized it's not going to be part of my.
You want Namibians, young Namibians, to take from that?
Yeah. When I said I'm not an affirmative action candidate, is remember at independence, due to the historical past, our government has moved a very good policy, which is affirmative, in order to bring up the female with some qualification and those who are worth to take leadership positions into those positions, even after the process of recruitment was done, and female is not performing as a top performer through the affirmative action policy, they would be given a position. I am not one of those candidates. When I go for something, then I prepared myself. I know my qualifications. I know my experience. I know my discipline. So I am in all those positions. I was a director of education. I was a deputy director at the institution called Student Financial Assistance Fund. I was the chief. All those positions that I have occupied came through a process that I deserved. My qualifications, my discipline, my experience, and my track record have put me where I am, because I regard myself as a serious performer. I regard myself as wherever I'm given a responsibility, to discharge that responsibility with diligence and utmost dedication. And then I would have really left a mark wherever I go. And I have got the qualification to perform my duties in a professional manner.
So, Governor, you call people my son or my daughter, and many call you my mother. How do you see that role of being both leader and a mentor? You've basically explained that, but is there anything else that you would like to
It's
say?
obvious. It's obvious. I
It seems like you've got a very personal.
I I told you my upbringing. Maybe the question could have been different to say, but why do you embrace everyone? That's my upbringing.
Yeah.
I am born from different parents from different backgrounds. My father came from all the way that side, far from Maike region, and his parents, my grandparents, were also mixed with different bloods. German blood, you can see here, Herero blood, and so on. He came all the way from that part where he was born and came and married my mother, who is from a different, completely different tribe. So I regard myself a true daughter of this nation.
Yeah.
I don't know tribes and tribal issues. I'm a daughter of the Namibian soil. I love to associate with each and every human being. I am everywhere. I don't know tribes. I don't know things that today we are seeing are killing the nations. So, therefore, everyone that I encounter, if you are younger than me, I call you my son, my daughter. I'm your Oma. The Oma name baptism to me was given in Rehoboth when the government sent me in 2018 to go and be the minister's representative in Rehoboth at the Rehoboth municipality. People in Rehoboth, when they received me, said, but it's impossible. How can one person come and do the work which was done by 7 councillors from different backgrounds, the administrative group of about 56. So you must be a Oma of wisdom. That is where the Oma came. Old, young, everybody in Rehoboth called me Oma. And I have accepted that as the biggest honor. So that is how the Oma name came to me, and I am telling them if I approach them or speak to them that I am your Oma. That also in a way, in a very friendly way, traditionally and also in Namibian context, if Oma speaks, Oma must be respected. So I'm also using that thing in a psychological manner for me to be accepted and to be listened to. So yeah, they also call me bully. They also call me, our bully is here. So all those names that they give me, because I can also be an angry person, Herman Adams. If my vision and service to the people agenda is not taken serious by all those that are in those offices of authority. If I see any form of negligence, if I see any form of mismanagement, financial mismanagement, if I see any form of laziness, corruption, then I become also a monster. I cannot take it. I cannot allow um, uh, us to abuse these offices to our personal gain or to come and do something else of which we are not appointed for. So in that regard, those names also I don't have a problem with. Yeah, I cannot be a Oma all the time. I cannot be a good administrator. If things are not right, then it needs to be also corrected.
And that brings us to the end of today's episode of Erongo Talk. But you are always welcome to check out our website. That's at www.erongo.com.na for the latest happenings here in our beautiful region. You can find us again. That is on Friday. here on oneup2.com or NTV, that is DSTV channel 285 or GoTV channel 25. Make sure you follow us on our social media platforms. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, X, as well as on TikTok. Now, until Friday, please have a blessed week. We'll see you again. Bye-bye.